हेलो फ्रेंड्स, लेट्स अवर डिस्कस ऑफ एनटीए मॉक टेस्ट। ये न्यू पैटर्न पर बेस है। बात करते हैं यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन नंबर फर्स्ट की। मेरिस्टम्स में बी क्लासिफाइड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ओरिजिन एंड डेवलपमेंट, ये भी करेक्ट है। पोजीशन इन प्लांट्स बॉडी, ये भी करेक्ट है। फिर फंक्शंस, यानी ऑल ऑफ दीज आर करेक्ट। क्वेश्चन नंबर टू, probe used in molecular diagnosis of disease can be a single stranded double DNA or RNA molecules tagged with a radioactive molecules. Question number third, two cells A and B are continuous. Cells A has osmotic pressure 10 atmospheric, फिर टर्गर प्रेशर 7 atm एंड डिफ्यूज़न प्रेशर डेफिसिट 3 दिया है। फिर बी हैज़ ऑस्मोटिक प्रेशर 8 एटमॉस्फेयर, टारगेट प्रेशर 3 एटमॉस्फेयर एंड डिफ्यूज़न प्रेशर डेफिसिट 5 एटमॉस्फेयर। द रिजल्ट विल बी, अच्छा, जो मूवमेंट है वो हाई कंसंट्रेशन टू लो कंसंट्रेशन, देन इट्स कैन गो ऑफ वाटर फ्रॉम movement of water from cell A to B, diffusion pressure deficit यानी DPD इक्वल टू होता है OP माइनस WP यानी TP। क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, currently we are experiencing the 6th episode of mass extinctions of species 6। और ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट डायग्राम है, कई बार पूछा गया इस पे बस। फिर विच ऑफ द सेडिमेंट्री बायोकेमिकल साइकिल कंज्यूमर्स प्रोड्यूसर्स डेट्राइटस सॉइल सॉल्यूशंस PO4 3- मिनरल्स इन रॉक्स फॉर फास्फोरस साइकिल। विच स्टेज ऑफ प्रोफेज फर्स्ट ऑफ meiosis last for many days, diplotin। One can distinguish a leaflet from a leaf by the absence of axillary bud। Question number 8, as far as flowering behavior of plant is concerned, Neela Kuranzi and Bambusa do not come along with mango and apple। Question number 9, which of the following is not a heterosporous plant? Lycopodium। Question number 10, how many molecules of CO2 will be required to produce 6 molecules of glucose? 36। Question number 11, the length of DNA in a bacteriophage 5174 and lambda is 5386 nucleotides and 48,502 base pair। Question number 12, select the incorrect statement। ABA acts as an antagonist to gibberellic acids, correct है। Ethylene can act both as a promoter and an inhibitor of growth activity, ये भी करेक्ट है। क्वेश्चन नंबर सी की ऑप्शन सी, ऑक्सिन एंड इथाइलिन प्रमोट्स एपिकल डोमिनेंस, ये भी करेक्ट है। फिर ऑप्शन डी की बात करते हैं, ABA प्रमोट्स सीड्स जर्मिनेशंस, करेक्ट। फिर क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 देखा जाए तो फैसिकुलर इंटरफैसिकुलस एंड एक्स्ट्रा स्टीलर कैम्बियम टुगेदर constitutes lateral meristems। Question number 14, in most of the angiosperms, the mature anthers at the time of dehiscence has 2 lobes and 2 pollen sacs। Question number 15, magnesium ion is an activator for ribulose biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase, okay, true। फिर micronutrients are required in large quantities, no, not for large quantities। आगे देखा जाए तो ट्रू ही होना चाहिए, माइक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट्स का है, नॉट फॉर माइक्रो। जिंक आयन इज एन एक्टिवेटर ऑफ एल्कोहल्स डिहाइड्रोजिनेस, ये ट्रू है। फास्फोरस इज अ सेंट्रल मेटल आयन ऑफ क्लोरोफिल्स मॉलिक्यूल्स। ये फॉल्स है। बाकी देखा जाए फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड तीनों करेक्ट ही हैं इसमें, जबकि दिया है सेकंड फॉल्स, दिस नॉट। क्वेश्चन नंबर 16, cytochrome C is a small protein attached to the outer surface of the inner mitochondrial membrane and act as a mobile carrier for transfer of electrons between a complex third and fourth. Question number 17, label the missing पार्ट्स फॉर। ए जो दिया है इंडोस्पर्म्स को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, जो बी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है कोलियोप्टाइल्स को, और सी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है स्कोटेलम्स को, और डी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है एपिथेलियम को। क्वेश्चन नंबर 18, पीजीए as the first CO2 fixation product was discovered in algae. Question number 19, which plant group showed vascular tissues with integumented megasporangium for the first time? Gymnosperms. Question number 20, which of the following are the steps of genetic engineering? Isolations of DNA, fragmentations of DNA by restrictions endonuclease, isolations of the desired DNA fragments, and all of these are correct. Question number 21, fill in the blanks A, B, C, D with the correct choice of word. Okay. In glycolysis process, ATP is required in two steps. Firstly, in the conversion of glucose to glucose 6-phosphate, and secondly in the conversion of फ्रक्टोज, उसके बाद 2 फ्रक्टोज से फिर 1,6 बाईफॉस्फेट। क्वेश्चन नंबर 22, रीड द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स केयरफुली एंड सेलेक्ट द करेक्ट ऑप्शन। इन जूलॉजिकल पार्क्स कंडीशन सिमिलर टू नेचुरल हैबिटाट्स आर प्रोवाइडेड टू द एनिमल्स। फिर कीज आर जनरली एनालिटिकल इन नेचर्स। फिर ऑप्शन डी, टैक्सोनॉमिकल एड्स आर यूजफुल इन नोविंग बायो रिसोर्सेस। Question number 23, in some angiosperms and gymnosperms multiple embryos are produced in which of the following ways? One or more cells of the nucleus or integuments develops into embryo. Question number 24, some of the enzymes which are associated with the digestion of protein, lipids and nucleic acids are present in lysosomes. क्वेश्चन नंबर 25, विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग? इनमें से कौन सा गलत है? वाटर पोटेंशियल इज द केमिकल पोटेंशियल्स ऑफ अ वेस्ट वाटर, सॉल्यूट पोटेंशियल इज ऑलवेज नेगेटिव। ओके, प्रेशर पोटेंशियल इज ज़ीरो इन फ्लैसिड सेल्स। फिर वाटर पोटेंशियल इक्वल्स सॉल्यूट पोटेंशियल इन अ फुल्ली टर्जिड सेल, नो। क्वेश्चन नंबर 26, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग डिसऑर्डर्स so a karyotype F47 chromosomes XXY for Klinefelter syndromes. Question 27, one functions of the telomeres in a chromosomes is to seal the ends of chromosome. Question 28, the most important functions of inflorescence is to help in attracting insects for cross pollination. Question number 29, what is not true for the genetic code? इट इज़ nearly यूनिवर्सल, करेक्ट है। डिजनरेटेड भी होता है, अनएम्बिगुअस नेचर का भी होता है, पर अ कोडॉन इन mRNA इज रीड इन अ नॉन कंटिन्यूअस फैशंस, दिस इज नॉट करेक्ट। क्वेश्चन नंबर 30, ऑल द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स रिगार्डिंग cell organelles are correct except, okay, lysosomes are single membrane vesicles budded off from Golgi apparatus and contains digestive enzymes, correct है। ऑप्शन बी, endoplasmic reticulum consists of a network of membranous tubules and helps in transport, synthesis and secretions, but option C is not correct. Leucoplasts are bound by a single membrane It is double membrane leucoplast lack pigments but contains their own DNA and protein synthesis machinery. As pherosomes are single membrane bound and are associated with synthesis and storage of lipids. Question number 31. A woman has a hemophilic son and three normal children. Her genotype and that of her husband with respect to this gene would be XX and XY. X for hemophilic and X normal. Question 32. In human beings, the membrane of erythrocyte has approximately 52% protein and 40% of lipids. Question number 33. Frond, stipe and hold fast. This is brown alga. Leaf-like for photosynthesis, organ for producing food, stalk for supporting the body of brown alga. The hold fast step in the attachment of the substratum. Question number 34. Phoenix dactylifera is an example of 2000 years old viable seed. Question number 35. Which kind of pyramids will be obtained if a small standing crop of lower trophic levels supports large standing crop of higher trophic levels? Inverted pyramid of biomass. Section A is completed and Section B are start. What is the botanical name of the plant source of colchicums? Colchicum autumnale. Question number 2. RNA polymerase third synthesized tRNA. Question number 3. Sustainable agriculture does not include green revolutions is not include. Okay. MS Swaminathan. Question number 4. Gynecomastia is a characteristic of a genetic disorder caused by a trisomy of sex chromosomes in males. Question number 5. Considering the longitudinal section of a root starting from the tip, identify the correct order of arrangement of the four different zones: root cap zone, region of cell division, region of cell enlargement, region of cell maturations. All of these are correct. Question number 6. Centriole to basal body cilia of flagella. Option B. Chlorophyll to thylakoids not so for thylakoid chlorophyll. Okay. फिर Christi is an enfolding mitochondria. फिर ribozymes is a nucleic acid. फिर question number 7. The growth of the given system per unit time expressed on a common basis per unit initial parameter is called relative growth rate. Question number 8. How many cycles of cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylations would be required in order to generate enough energy for the production of one glucose molecule? 6 cycles, 6 cyclic and 6 non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Question number 9. Which of the following is a genetic mechanisms and prevents self-pollination, self-incompatibility? Question number 10. How many of the given statements are not incorrect? The plasmid is autonomously replicating circular extra chromosomes DNA. No. Ligase enzymes belong to a large class of enzymes called nucleases. No. DNA fragments are negatively charged molecules. No. E. coli always has genes encoding resistance to antibiotics such as ampicillin and chloramphenicol. Only 2 are correct. Second and fourth are not correct. Okay. Second and fourth are not correct, but first and third are correct. The plasmid is autonomously replicating circular extra chromosomes DNA. Like DNA fragments are negatively charged molecules. Question number 11. The intrameiotic interface is called interkinesis. Question number 12. What is the structures of the ecosystem is comprised? Input of energy, output of energy, transfer of energy, all of these. Question number 13. What is common to lantana, ecornia, and African catfish? All the species are not indigenous species of India. Question number 14. Agrobacterium tumefaciens. Ti plasmid. Okay. Question number 14. Agrobacterium tumefaciens is Ti plasmid. फिर बैसिला thuringiensis is also chrysine. उसके बाद मिलेडोगोइन incognitia, the root of the tobacco plant, gene therapy, ADA. Question number 15. Parenchyma is usually present in cortex. फिर पेरीसाइकिल, उसके बाद फिर पिथ के बाद फिर मेडुलरी रेज, उसके बाद मेजोफिल टिश्यूज. अब जूलॉजी सेक्शंस की बात करते हैं यहाँ पर. क्वेश्चन नंबर फर्स्ट. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स आर ट्रू और फॉल्स? तो थायरोकैल्सिटोनिन रेगुलेट्स द होम्योस्टेसिस ऑफ ब्लड कैल्शियम लेवल्स. करेक्ट है. ये ट्रू है. ऑक्सीटोसिन स्टिमुलेट्स कॉन्ट्रैक्शंस ऑफ यूटेराइन मसल्स ड्यूरिंग बर्थ. ये भी करेक्ट है. ग्रेव्स डिजीज इज कॉज्ड बाय माल फंक्शनिंग ऑफ द एड्रिनल ग्लैंड्स. No, this is not correct. ADH stimulates the absorption of water and increase urine productions. No. Question number second. Identify the disease of which is characterized by the following symptoms. Alveoli filled with fluid, fever, chills, headaches, cough, pneumonia. Question third. The heart sound heard on the stethoscope when the blood pressure in the artery is maximum is due to closure of atrioventricular valves. Question number 4. Where is the Central Drug CDRI in Lucknow? Uricotourism is found in birds, reptiles, and insects. Question number 6. Correct descriptions of the follicular phases of menstrual cycle. Primary follicles in the ovary grow to become a fully mature Graafian follicles, and simultaneously the endometrium of uterus regenerates through proliferations. Question number 7. Which of the following options correctly defines the functions of sodium potassium pump? Potassium ion into the neurons and sodium ion out of the neuron. Question number 8. The products resulting from atmospheric reactions of hydrocarbons and nitrogen oxides in the presence of sunlight are called secondary pollutants. Question number 9. Which one of the following enzymes contains molybdenum as the prosthetic group? Nitrate reductase. Question number 10. Leydig cells are located outside the seminiferous tubules but in testicular lobules. Question number 11. Arrange these hominids in ascending order of their cranial capacities. Homo habilis Java man, Homo habilis to Java man, फिर उसके बाद Neanderthal mans. Question number 12. cartilageless are made up of chondroitin chondroitin sulfate. Question number 13. Biofertilizers include Rhizobium, Azobacterus, Azospirillum, and blue-green algae yani Glomus, Ebina, Nostoc, Frankia, Rhodospirillum, Rhodo, Pseudomonas, Clostridium, Bacillus, Bisarankia. Question number 14. Which of the following statement is false for hormones of the adrenal medulla? They inhibit the breakdowns of lipids and proteins. Question number 15. Which of the following is an autoimmune disease? Myasthenia gravis. Question number 16. In males, FSH stimulates sertoli. Question number 17. Gross calorific value of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are respectively 4.1 kilocalorie, carbohydrates 5.65 kilocalorie per gram, proteins and 9.45 kilocalorie per gram, ये fats. Question 18. Which of the following is the most suitable descriptions for trachea? A straight tube extending up to the mid-thoracic cavity and divides at the levels of fifth thoracic vertebra. Question 19. Which of the following is correct about the reproductive systems of a male cockroach? Duct of phallic glands opens in the left phyllomer. Question 20. During sodium dependent glucose transport, the sodium is co-transported with glucose against the concentration gradient. Question 21. The graph shows the effect of temperatures on the rate at which the enzyme in a biological washing powder digests and removes fluids juice stains. Question 22. Which of the following statement is correct for the nodes of Ranvier in nerves? Myelin sheath is discontinuous. Question 23. Select the incorrect match. Bones, non-pliable ground sustainable substance, areolar tissue, loose connective tissue, blood fibers are absent, dense connective tissue possesses fibers but lacks fibroblast. Question 24. The contractions of the diaphragms during inhalations increases the volume of the thoracic chambers in the anterior-posterior axis. Question 25. Which of the following in CVS treatment removes suspended solids? Primary treatment. Question 26. Which of the following biomes is with minimum annual temperatures? Tundra, desert, grassland, tropical forest, temperate forest, उसके बाद coniferous forest, उसके बाद arctic and alpine tundra. फिर क्वेश्चन 27. Select the incorrect statement regarding AIDS from the following. AIDS can be successfully treated using antiretroviral drugs, and in AIDS a decrease in B lymphocytes count is seen. Question 28. The first cellular forms of life appeared on Earth about 2000 million years ago. Question 29. In terms of descending order of percentage proportions of leukocytes in humans' blood, which one is correct? Neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, eosinophils, basophils. Question 30. Bees are known to play an important role in pollinations. Which of the following is implemented to increase pollination efficiency in crops field? Keeping beehives in crop fields during flowering season. Question 31. The study of trends in humans populations growth and the predictions of futures development is known as demography. Question 32. Question 33. Which of the following set of the examples is correct with respect to escaping time as response to abiotic factors, snails and fishes estivations. Question number 34. Select the features which not applicable to an elite proto protonephridia for excretions. Lab stands for lactic acid bacteria. Question number first. Jellies and foams are used with vowels to enhance its efficiency. Question number 2. Formations of concentrated hyperosmotic urine in vertebrates generally depends on length of Henle's loop. Question number 3. A molecule of lactose is formed by a glycosidic bonds between galactose and glucose. Question number 4. Occurrence of endemic species in South America and Africa is due to continental drift. Question number 5. The proteinaceous layers called pellicles and two flagella on one long and one short are seen in organisms which are unicellular eukaryotes and are photosynthetic as well as heterotrophic. Question number 6. Pneumonia is caused by bacteria Haemophilus influenzae. Question number 7. According to accepted concept of hormones actions, if receptors molecules are removed from target organs, then the target organs will not respond to the hormone. Question number 8. Select the set of correct statements. Minimum numbers of neurons in our reflex pathway are 2. Question number 9. Select the incorrect statement. Digestive systems is complete in Asclepias and Echinodermata but not in Platyhelminthes. Organs segmentation present in Elida. No. Elida correct है and arthropods but not absent in chordata. Yeah, not correct. Organ systems level of organizations is found in Asclepias and Annelida but not in Ctenophora. Circulatory system is absent in Platyhelminthes and Asclepias. Question number 10. Which of the following is correct for descriptions in the given figures? Okay, it is an examples of kingdom Monera. Question number 11. Which of the following is not a flightless birds? Crowus दिया है. Passer for sparrow, corvus for crow, Sittacula parrot, Columba pigeon, Pavo cristatus for peacock national birds, Neophrons for vultures, flightless birds, Ratiti group, Astrothio ostrich, Rhea emu, others for actinodites, penguin. Question number 12. In Aspergillus, the sexual spores are produced endogenously while the asexual spores are produced exogenously. 13. In man, the axial skeleton is made up of 80 bones. Question number 14. Which of the following statement is incorrect about oogenesis? The Graafian follicus ruptures to release the secondary oocyte from the ovary by the process called ovulations. फिर oogenesis is initiated during the embryonic development stage when a couple of millions gametes mother cells oogonia are formed within each fetal ovary. But the primary oocytes undergoes a second unequal meiotic divisions resulting in the formations of a large haploid secondary oocytes and a tiny secondary pole body. No, the secondary follicle transforms into a tertiary follicle which is characterized by a fluid filled cavity called the antrum. Question 15. The cardiac pacemaker in a patient fails to function normally. The doctors find that an artificial pacemaker is to be grafted in him. It is likely that it will be grafted at the site of sinoatrial node. इस प्रकार 100 क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट होते हैं। आई होप आप लोगों को वीडियो पसंद आई होगी, तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लाइक एंड शेयर करें और चैनल को प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, ताकि मैं भी शायद 29 या 30 सॉल्यूशंस अब तक हो चुके हैं। न्यू पैटर्न पे बेस है ये सारे के सारे, और मैं कोशिश करूँगा कि मैं सारे के सारे पर डे एक लेक्चर्स अपलोड करता रहूँ। थैंक यू सो मच वॉच फॉर दिस वीडियो, और मिलते हैं कल एक नई वीडियो के साथ।